Hello class, this is the introduction to our next unit, Begin Again. In this unit, we're going to talk about fertility, Vysenka, and the Russian Revolution. This unit is a little out of place, but that's okay because it's a short unit and it fits perfectly before we leave for spring break and Easter, which is another thing we'll talk about. So thinking about this time of year, it's springtime, it's spring break, it's the spring equinox, it's Easter, and all of a sudden every store you go into has lots of colored eggs and chocolate rabbits and jelly beans and things like that. And I don't know if you've ever wondered how eggs, rabbits, and chocolate got mixed up with the religious holiday of Easter. And whether you celebrate it or not, in our culture, it is a dominant part of springtime, and you run into it in stores and on TV and everywhere else. And with all of that, what does that have to do with the Russian Revolution and Disney? And we are going to find out all those things in this short series of lessons. This is half the unit length of regular units and will be finished before spring break. And over on the right there, you see an exhibit of an Easter exhibit in Russia. So your core information, the who we're going to be talking about is the peasants, which is an economic group. The what we are learning about and making a version of is Vysenka, which you see on the right there. It's the highly decorated eggs. The location is Eastern Europe. Time period, 1313 is when the egg was adopted as the official symbol of Easter by the church. The Russian Revolution, though, was much later than that. The purpose, fertility, and the process, dyed and inked. So for your components in content, we are going to study fertility and the relationship between spring as a season and biological fertility. We're also going to study the relevance of eggs, rabbits, and chocolate to Easter, and you'll find out how they are symbols that were appropriated into the holiday. Isn't that a lovely bunny over there? Yeah. We are, for context, we're going to study the art of Vysenka, a traditional craft of the peasants of Eastern Europe that's associated with springtime. And then we'll find out exactly how Disney lied to you during the movie Anastasia and the truth about Easter eggs and the Russian Revolution. And over on the right there, you see a portrait of the Russian royal family and one of their Easter eggs. For the studio component, you can use real eggs or dyed eggs. You're going to learn how to dye them, and you're going to create designs based on traditional Vysenka. This is a short studio. It's only going to take 2 days. And if you're working online only, you probably have everything at home. If you don't, please email me and let me know. What you're going to need for the studio, you need some eggs. They can be real plain eggs, or they can be a special type of fake eggs. You do not want to use the plastic eggs that break in half that hold candy. Dye doesn't stick to those. You can buy artificial eggs for dyeing at Walmart. They're back in the Burgaw Walmart in the Easter section on the far right-hand side. The Easter section is back by Lawn and Garden. Far right-hand side, last shelf on the bottom. Okay, they come in a carton of a dozen for $2, which is about the price of regular eggs. You need some dye for your eggs. It could be regular Easter egg dye. You know, the little tablets. Don't get the fancy kind, just the plain little tablets. Or you could use food coloring. You could use Kool-Aid. You could use a natural dye like coffee or tea or onions or cabbage or what have you. You're going to need some vinegar and you need a black marker. Paint for color is optional. Your eggs can just be one color plus black. That's fine. If you're at school, of course, I have these things for you. Your assessment for your formative work, the content has 2 lessons of 25 points each. The context has 2 lessons of 25 points each. The studio has 1 lesson of 25 points each. And for your summative, you have 1 studio lesson that's 100 points. That's where you do your decorations on your egg and turn in your best egg. You can make more than 1 and turn in multiples. And then you have your written reflection of 100 points. So we are starting the week of March 15. Cohort A is starting with content, B with context, and C with studio. Your written summative is the week of March 22nd. It's on March 25th. And then Friday, the day before spring break, is your catch-up day. So hopefully we'll have everything done on the 25th. Okay?